Welcome to the Lavaca County Today podcast. Your hosts are photographer, columnist, Murray Montgomery and graphic design artist, photographer, Michelle Price. This podcast is a review of the 4 weekly papers in Lavaca County, Texas. These papers include the Hallettsville Tribune-Herald, the Shiner Gazette, Yoakum Herald-Times, and the Molten Eagle. Thanks for listening to this week's news review and please share. And now, here are your hosts, Murray and Michelle.
Hello everybody, this is Murray back with you for the next review of Lavaca County newspapers, and we're in the September 20th and 21st edition, and I have my co-host here with me for a change. We're both here at the same time. How you doing, Michelle?
I'm great. I'm so excited to be back with you.
Oh yeah, it's a wonderful thing. I don't know though, Jimmy Apple did awful good last week.
Yes.
I was real proud of him. Yeah, he brought up some good things, covered some things, and y'all did good.
Thank you.
Y'all did good.
I had a good time with Jimmy. He's very knowledgeable.
Yes, he is.
It went well.
All right, let's start off with the Hallettsville Tribune-Herald. And it looks like we had a car chase and a crash and whatever. I don't know what all this guy did. He was somewhere else, I believe. And then
Yeah, started in Schulenburg, I think. Or that's where they started chasing.
y'all have to be patient with us. We just got these papers and we haven't read them yet. So we'll be just like you. We'll be going through them kind of in the dark until we're able to read them all. And Michelle's got, go ahead, Michelle. You got control of that over there.
All right. It looks like a long-time fiddling legend, Keith.
I don't know how to say that word, folks. It's J-U-N-O-T. Keith.
He spent a lot of time at the Fiddler's Frolics. Won some. Read all about him. He did lose his battle with cancer, so to the Fiddler Frolics, they're going to miss him in the future. I really hate cancer. That's all I can say. So I feel bad that he lost his battle. Murray Montgomery.
Well, when you get old, you start to get confused. How about this Rise Up for Life? I didn't get to read all of it, but it's on the front page, and you folks might want to read that. Bobby wrote it, I believe. And then what else? We got a homecoming king and queen from Sacred Heart.
And it was Brady Haas and Braxton Sitka, so congrats to them. And Kolache Fest is going to be next weekend, so look for more coverage of that.
Yeah, we'll have a lot of coverage of that. They have car shows and vendors and dancing and polka music and bands and just
kolache eating.
Oh yeah, plenty of kolache eating. And Henry Joe Yashik, he doesn't like to eat kolaches much unless he has over a dozen, and then he's all right. So what do you got to say about his town chatter this week?
Henry has a pretty lot going on. I don't think it's a new question. It won't be till next week, so you're still matching the check words to the birds. So it's a little challenging. I feel like you should get extra credit when you call in and have that great Czech accent, but it's still no extra credit, but it's still really fun for us to hear. So.
All right, what else you got there, Michelle?
Let's see what else is going on.
That's the first Lavaca County Ducks Unlimited. Jimmy Apple wrote that.
Jimmy wrote that. It's inaugural means first.
That's
just
right.
So everyone knows.
That's right.
That's why we said first. There's a full page on a whole bunch of information. And then we get to Texas Cowboy shared his memories of life on the trail. This is a autobiography by Murray Montgomery, right?
No.
Oh, wait.
No.
Sorry.
No, I said in there that I thought that I was born 100 years too late. But after reading this guy's memoirs, no. I wasn't tough enough to have been back then. But I thought it was a good story. It's about a cowboy. He's out of Caldwell County. He was born in Prairie Lee, and he was raised up in Lockhart. And he went on numerous trail drives, and he's got a lot of, I didn't have room for all his experiences, so I just pretty well picked out the ones I like. But if you're into Old West history and cowboys, well, perhaps you'll get something out of that. All right, that's all I got on that.
He made a salary of $1.50 per day.
$1.50 a day, and that was good, because if you watch some of these old historic things and even some westerns, they say they earned $1 a day and found, which is basically they're being fed and they got a place to sleep, be it on the ground maybe. But he was making $1.50, so he was on up there ways. But,
I mean, you and Henry make about $3 now. So
no, Henry makes...
he makes a lot more.
He makes a lot more than I do. He don't want to admit it, but he does.
Oh, Henry. Coach Hankey was honored at the Sacred Heart game for his long tenure of service to the Sacred Heart Indians. I'm not sure if it says, I didn't get a chance to read this, but I can tell you that his history goes a long way back. It says 41 years. I do see it
he
now.
was there. He was there a long time, man.
So it's an honor to know him and his family, and his legacy will never be probably out.
Yeah, he was quite successful. He really was.
So we're glad he got that honor, and Sacred Heart got the win. So great for them.
4-0 for the first time since 2015, and they won again. And unfortunately, the Brahmas lost one, but they were playing a school that's much bigger, 5A, I believe. They scored quite a few points, considering that they were outgunned and outmanned for the most part. But they'll be back. You can count on that when they get back to playing in their district and schools of the same classification.
Building character, I suppose. But I heard that they had enough, and as many people on their roster, now I can't remember, as I don't know, twice as many on their varsity roster as their whole.
I think Chuck said they had something like 80 kids, but it was a heck of a lot more than what we had.
Volleyball keeps playing and doing well. Chuck has the boys and girls of fall, so that's him highlighting some of the athletes for this local sports. Cross country did well in their meets. Has a little bit going on about junior high sports, and then Chuck talks about where he was the weekend.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and he was out hanging with the boys.
Yeah,
Were you
Chucky.
part of that?
Chucky, no, they don't. They don't allow me in there. But
I'm sorry.
I guess I'm not a big enough Cowboy fan for him.
I guess not.
But yeah, Chucky, he likes to go out there and celebrate with the boys when the boys win. So anyway, they did good this time. And normally we don't mention obituaries in this podcast, but Miss Chalupka Dolores passed away. I worked with her and Henry Joe, and she worked at Hoper's Drive-In for years. And when I first came to work there, I didn't know anything. And she ordered me around, and I named her Sarge, like a sergeant in the military. But it was all in good fun. And the lady she'd do anything in the world for you. And my condolences to the family, because she was a sweet person.
We've made it to the end of Hallettsville.
Well, I'm glad you didn't make me say that word, sorority.
Oh, do you want to say it?
No,
you did it really well.
Sorority. Okay.
Nadine said we have a sorority here, but she said I'm not part of her sorority.
No. What a shame.
But I'm working on it, Nadine. You better be listening.
Okay, we're going to kick on over to Michelle's hometown newspaper and the Shiner Gazette. Go ahead, Michelle.
All right. Well, Shiner had homecoming as well, so congrats to Amy Mitchon and Trace Bishop for being awarded the title of King and Queen at the halftime festivities. The Catholic school is fixing to have their fall festival, which is a somewhat smaller version of a picnic, and all proceeds go to fun school activities. So go out and support them. I think they have a barbecue meal, games for kids, an auction, all the fun stuff. Right?
That's coming up this Sunday, isn't it?
This Sunday, yes.
Okay.
Sometimes Murray puts an X in the air. I guess that means I'm not supposed to talk about whatever we're Xing.
That's exactly what it means.
I have to think, what is he saying to me? There is a come and take it golf tournament coming up, and Mr. Jerry Dornyak was a guest speaker at the Lavaca County Retired School Personnel Meeting.
Yeah.
And so that's for some teachers that have retired. They get together and I guess discuss things.
Oh, yeah.
And then we have a 2-page, and let me tell you, you learn something new at the paper every week. And so people, since I started working here, had said, you're making a double
Truck.
And I thought it was trunk. Trunk, like the trunk of an elephant.
No.
So this week I learned it's called a double truck. Do we know why it's called a double truck?
I don't really know that. I'm sure that Hank Yashik would know.
Maybe.
Well, then maybe he wouldn't. But it's just 2-page side-by-side ads and stories.
And usually it's right in the middle. And so we're going to have a lot of these coming up. So if you're getting contacted as an advertiser, we appreciate you supporting that as we are trying to do some specials. I know this next week you're going to see one for Kolache Fest and the Hallettsville paper. So thanks to those advertisers that have been doing that this week. And these are the Shiner advertisers that did it for the history of Oktoberfest. And then the Special Brewery will have some Oktoberfest events. And we have those listed for you to see.
And both of those pages are in color.
And both of those pages were done by Michelle Price. Unless you find something wrong, then please contact Murray Montgomery.
Oh, no.
Yes.
No, Murray's not smart enough to build them double trucks. I mean, that takes an expert.
But maybe a double trunk? I mean, you never know.
Yeah, more sports.
More sports. And Shiner football is off to a pretty rough start. They are 0. I like to say O, but it's not correct.
No, you can say O.
No, it's 0. 0-4. And they do have Ganado, which is still another hard team this week, but we wish them the best luck. I don't think they're favored, but, things do happen.
Well, they've had a good run the last few years,
Yeah, and we have rebuilding years, and no matter what, win or lose, you always are learning something, and it is actually harder to get out on a field, definitely when you're losing than when you're winning. So it builds a lot of character.
One thing to remember, though, you'll always have the support of your fan base, so you just do the best you can, and that's all we can expect. You'll get better every year.
We have, I guess the Cardinals won. I'm not really sure.
No, they got edged by Legacy
they
Prep.
Lost too.
Yeah.
So, not a good week in Shiner football. Shiner volleyball is doing a little bit of good, a little bit of whatever. Some losses, some wins, but that's how the dice rolls.
Yeah.
And it looks like the Lady Cards did very well, though, at the cross-country meet. And the Shiner cross-country meet, I think, had over 1,000 runners. Which is like crazy amount of kids. So what a great thing. You can see Harris's picks. Mr. Mark Levy puts that in there to show what Mr. Harris thinks is going to be the outcomes of this week's football game.
The winners and the losers, you might say.
Yeah, maybe we should start betting.
Prediction for podcast, and I'm sure we'll be in the bottom 20.
Do you want to talk about this lovely picture, Murray?
No, I think that you're talking about that float?
Yeah.
No.
Oh.
You're the expert on the floats and the pageants and all that.
I'm a float expert. Well, you got to be good at something. But the Shiner Royalty did an excellent job, as they normally do. They got best float overall in the Columbus Parade, which is actually the Colorado County Fair Parade. And they had a great time. There was a little rain, but we didn't let it dampen our spirits, because if we have to go to a parade for it to rain, then that's what we're going to do to help the world. So you will see us in parades actually starting next week with Kolache Fest. We'll be in one every weekend. So 5 weekends straight. So they have a lot on their agenda, and I guess so do I, since I'm the parent of one of them.
There you go.
Lots of fun. But that's the end of Shiner.
We're going to move on over to the Yoakum Herald Times. That would be Nadine.
Yes.
That she said she wasn't in a sorority, or
I wasn't in her sorority.
Oh, you're not in her sorority.
But I'm working on it.
Well, me and Hans used to be in it, but Hans isn't with me anymore, and I don't go over there, so I'm probably kicked out too.
I'll have to ask.
Yeah, check with her.
But Yoakum also had their homecoming. There was just so much homecoming last week. And you can see, I'm not going to list all these names because I'm sure to get one wrong. But I will say that the queen was Destiny Rios, and the king was, Taiwan Garza. It wasn't as hard as I thought.
All right.
But there's also some duchesses there pictured, so go ahead and check that out. The Yoakum Council hears from concerned citizens. That was a staff article by Mr. Clayton Kelly. Make sure you kind of read on that, so you know what the citizens of Yoakum are concerned about. Keep you in the loop.
Yep.
This is the Economic Development Committee. Played and attended that meeting, so there's some information on that. Murray, I'm talking a whole lot. You're not talking a
No,
lot.
you're doing good. I'm letting you roll because you never show up half the time. So
That's
you need to
not
talk
true.
when you can.
Okay, well, Bulldogs win the homecoming game. Also, great front page news. And the Royal Court enjoyed some time at a street dance. So there was a street dance in Yoakum. Did anyone go from this room? Not me, Murray.
No, y'all might have been over there.
Maybe.
Hank likes to dance. He used to be in the parades on the float with the Polka Dancers Club. I forget the name of it. And he wore a red suit, and he just looked sharp as hell. But
I bet
he fell down one time and hurt himself. So
that was it.
He don't have.
Well, him and Chuck dance sometimes around the office.
Oh yeah. Well, that's
good entertainment.
That's something we probably don't want other people to even think about.
It's quite fun, actually.
How about that? American Legion Post receives a membership award. That's good. Can you read it?
It says, pictured from left to right, our District 19 Vice Commander Kevin Bright, Post 571 Commander Chris Wisniewski, and Post 571
Adjutant.
There you go. Robert Hebner.
Yeah.
So, congrats to them. I don't have my glasses on, if you're wondering, but I did a wonderful job reading.
Yeah, you did. I'm wondering why
I forget.
You don't wear them glasses.
I see pretty well without them, so I just forget. I can't help it.
Well, we got some pictures here in the Herald Times sports page. And speaking of glasses, I can't read the captions underneath them. But I'm sure you can. Glasses are
Well,
not.
it just says contributed photo. What are you talking about? It says YHS Student Council hosts first homecoming tailgate, so check that out. And they also, YHS is doing some cleanup, which is always good.
How about this here?
The cross-country varsity places with top 6 finishes, and those include Emmy Leftwich, Gracie Martinez, Sam Adamek. I don't know, Ms. Miller, what your first name is. It starts with an X, and I'm sure it's beautiful. I just don't know how to say it. Abby Gallivan and Angela Flores.
All right, you got through that well.
I struggled a little. The Bulldogs set to battle rival. Who is their rival? I thought they already did.
Well, their big rival's Cuero, but I guess they have another one there. I can't, like
it's
I said.
Gonzales.
No, my old hometown.
So you know who Murray's rooting for?
No, I'm neutral. Actually, I've lived over here now longer than I lived in Gonzales. I was in Gonzales 18 years, and I've been here over 20, so
I guess Hallettsville is Murray's hometown.
Yeah, but getting back to those Bulldogs, they have been impressing people. They barely lost to Cuero, who's a state-ranked team. And then last week, I forget who they were playing, but I think they were the underdog in that one, and they won. So you can't count them out. Those Bulldogs,
they're fighters.
They're up and coming. Bulldogs are mean. Some of them. If you ever had a bulldog.
And they also make a lot of snotty noise. Lunch with the Bulldogs is the athletes having lunch with the younger, and they talked about the importance of school. And I just want to encourage all those who are athletes, you are very much looked up to. So by the littles, so make sure that you're always doing the best to set a good example.
That's right. They got to remember that when they get in that position, they're role models for the little ones. And you need to really give them something to appreciate and to become like you if you're good.
If you're good. What if you're bad? Don't. Then
no,
you can
don't
teach
even,
them how
don't even
not
say
to
nothing
become.
to them.
Don't talk to them. Murray did an article in the Yoakum paper. Texans encouraged to watch for wildfires during dove hunting season. Murray does not dove hunt. I just want you guys to know.
Well, I did a long time ago.
But not currently.
Don't you remember? Mama cooks up the dove?
Yes. But see, what happens now is Murray's just living his younger life through his stories, I guess. Because Murray is not out there dove hunting.
No,
but he's sure writing about it.
Not anymore. They asked the dove hunters to be on the lookout for wildfires because the dove hunters are out there in it, and they're out in the boondocks, and if they might be able to come across and give early warning on the wildfire with the least amount of rain we've been getting. Well, it's still a dangerous situation.
I know. I think people didn't even know what to do last week when it rained.
Well, I appreciate it and I'm grateful for it, but we sure need more than that.
Yeah, we do. It was just a teaser, kind of. But it is important, and make sure that you're being careful if you smoke cigarettes, how you dispose of them. Anything you're doing, just be very careful that could cause a fire, because we are very, very dry and things can happen very quickly. So, there is a staff report about that car seats, almost half of all children's car seats are not installed properly. So I highly recommend reading that, especially if you have a child in a car seat. Nothing is worse than being in an accident and your kid getting hurt. So
actually, when we bought our last car, it's 2021, we went over there for service, and they had a recall on that car for the supports for that child seat, and they fixed it right away. But of course, we don't have young children anymore, so we didn't know anything about it. But anyway, that's something you really need. You know, when we think about how it used to be, and my wife was talking the other day about slinging one of our girls out in the street, because back in those days you didn't have to wear seatbelts.
Right.
And so the little one sitting in the front seat, wife turns the corner, she pulls the door handle and rolls out in the middle of the street.
Oh, man.
But anyway.
But she survived.
She survived, and now she's teaching third grade school.
She has her work cut out for her.
Yeah.
Let's just say that. The cheerleading bow and football sweetheart are also pictured on the back page of the Yoakum Herald-Time. So congrats to Destiny Rijos again and Taiwan Garza. That's the same people.
Yeah, well, it was on the front page.
Well, but that was two different awards, wasn't it? Murray. Hold on, we gotta check our facts. No, they were the king and queen and band, bow, and band.
Wow.
They were double awards. I think that's different awards. I'll have to verify with Nadine and get back to you.
Well, they got a double whammy then.
Yes.
Okay, we're moving over now to what Hans used to call our cleanup batter, the Molten Eagle. And we have a story here by Jimmy Apple. I haven't read it yet, but he was telling me some things about this Greenwell getting an award from the U.S. Attorney for some of the things that he's done. But it's fairly lengthy, and you need to read about it because it's a good and true story.
And congrats to him.
You bet. And thanks, Jimmy, for putting all that together. And the city's going to host a bulk trash collection on October the 7th. Which always comes in handy if you have a lot of trash laying around your house. You'll have.
Why are you looking at me, Murray? Yeah. You haven't been to my house? Gosh. I don't even live in Moulton.
Oh, no. Well, maybe you could go over there and put some of your stuff in it. They probably wouldn't appreciate that.
Probably not.
There's
probably laws against that. Moulton had their church picnic, and so there's a caption that says, "Picture perfect at the picnic." So you'll see all of those things going on. Looks like some face painting was happening, music.
Looks like an all-around good time to me.
Yeah. Did you go?
No.
Murray, we gotta get you out more. Ring of Fire phenomenon. Less than a month away. There's no non at the end.
Yeah, phenomena.
Phenomena. I may not be able to
correcting my vocabulary and read the story.
I don't know what the story is about, but Bobby said this really does involve us. That's what I remember him saying this week. But you have to remember that was on Tuesday when we're very tired. And so, ever see the sun do a trick like this? I have not. Have you, Murray?
No, most of the time I'm closed up in the house, but
not going anywhere. Again, we need to get him out more.
Well.
But read about that because it looks pretty cool, and I would like to see it.
It's either a phenomenon or a phenomena.
No.
Yeah.
There's no non at the end. And then we have Murray's Texas Cowboy again. Murray's, most of his columns, see what I'm saying? It's what he was or wanted to be.
100 years
or
too
still
late.
wants to be.
100 years too late, born. 100 years too late.
The Catholic Daughters donated $1,000 to the Wishart family. And that was the family whose house was destroyed in a fire. So thanks for their support to that family.
How big is that picture?
We wish that. It is 6 columns.
There you go.
Do y'all remember what columns are, everyone? I have learned a lot over. I'm almost at a year, Murray.
All right.
No, can you believe that you?
Molten Eagle Sports, we have a whole lot of cross-country pictures. I found room to squeeze them in, but they're all there.
You did good. Man.
And then we have Sloan Price's Sports Corner. And that's an interesting read for you football fans. And let's see, we have, what's that young lady's name down there in the caption now that took the picture?
What?
Luann.
Oh, Luann Rogers.
Okay. Yeah, we appreciate your picture, Luann, and as a matter of fact, you also have it on the back page in color. So, congratulations. And
it's award-winning.
Woo-hoo! Yeah, it really was it's a good photo. And Firefighter Month, kind of like the Think of Police Officer Month, I believe, same month. And you need to, like she says, or whoever wrote this caption, that you know these fellows that are in the Moulton Fire Department, and you see them, and you need to thank them for all they do, because they have to get up in the middle of the night when that horn goes off and go fight fires, and that's not any fun.
No, and in Texas heat, fighting a fire is not very fun either. Because if you didn't know, Murray, fires are hot.
Yes, they are.
And there is, again, the picture. It does look really great in color. The sky was beautiful.
Yeah.
And I think that's it.
We wrapped it up.
We did this. Together.
Yeah.
Again.
Yeah. I don't know how many more times that'll happen, but
every week from here on out. Murray.
Oh, yeah. That's
it's good. A date. Don't tell your wife we have a date.
Well, have you got any gossip or anything you want to share before we go?
No. I heard today that Chuck is only going to Country Bakery once a week now.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
They socialize over there. I believe they have
gossip. That's why.
Yeah, they have a coffee drinkers club or something going on over there.
But he's limiting himself.
Oh. I'm surprised y'all chick don't go. Anytime you talk about bakery, kolaches and all that good stuff. Speaking of kolaches, y'all stay aware of the Kolache Fest that's coming up. Like we said before, be plenty of things to do, and that was the last car show I went to, and over the years I've photographed many of them. But the heat kind of got to me last time, and I didn't last the whole length of time, just long enough to shoot some video. But it's a fun time. And what Michelle was saying about, what'd you say about Shiner Sunday?
The Catholic School Fall Festival. Yeah. So you go out there, get you some good food, buy some stuff at the auction, have your kids play some games, support the Catholic school. But I think Murray and I should enter the kolache eating contest.
Shoot. Murray's been losing weight.
I know, that's why you definitely need to eat.
Yeah, well, I'm not too sure about all that, but anyway.
You may see us if I can convince him. I'm thinking it's probably going to be a no, but you never know.
Well, I guess that's it. Say your goodbyes and we'll blast on out of here.
All right, well, I don't know what blast off out of here means, but I hope everyone has a great weekend. Best of luck to all the football teams to stay injury-free and have a safe, fun game. Have a great weekend. Enjoy. Thank a fireman, because we're on that now. You can still thank a police officer. These are special months, but you really can do it anytime. Their service is year-round, so why not thank them year-round?
You bet.
But I had fun with Murray again, and I hope we'll be back next week. Big things to come soon. We were supposed to sing a song, but Murray didn't sing. Maybe he'll sing us.
Well, you got to write the song before we can sing it.
I will write it next week.
But that's... Are you done?
I'm done.
All right. And friends, we do appreciate you listening. We really hope that you'll share these podcasts because that's how we get more and more people involved. So with that being said, we'll see you next week. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
We hope you enjoyed this edition of the Lavaca County, Texas News Review. Our hosts and guests will provide you with all the area news and sports in Lavaca County. Thanks so much for joining us, and we hope you will be back for the next podcast. And in the meanwhile, we are going to rock and roll on out of here. Goodbye, everybody.